So, if we're, welcome. If we're gonna, I believe we're gonna be taking a look at matches and doing some live coaching today. So, to get started, and congratulations on winning the raffle, of course. With that, yeah. So, are these matches uploaded to YouTube? Are they on like a Twitch VOD? Are they SLPs? Like, what are we working with today?
I have some SLPs that I will probably send you.
Amazing.
Let's see, probably this one. Okay, let me download this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'll just upload it here.
Perfect. And I'll see it in a second. But what matchup is this?
This is a Fox. This is Chesterman's Fox versus my Marth. Played in an online tournament last week.
Excellent. So I will share my screen, and let me know you can see it, and we'll go from
You
there.
can see.
Excellent. Okay, so Marth Fox, quick rundown. What is like quick? If you can give me a quick rundown, what's your game plan for this one? Like, what are the do's and don'ts for you?
I am trying to get a lot of grabs here. I'm trying to go for like hitting a falling forward air where I can go for a grab. I can't believe I missed that one. uh
It's like not that. That was not that easy of a grab, I think. Like, what happened here? So you got this. That is not an easy grab to hit. That's a pretty fast tech chase out of a situation. How do you have done it differently? Like, where would you have to move? Do you think?
um I think my goal instead of doing that last dashback was to pivot, but I
Hmm.
ended up breaking the stick, which gave me like a running back thing.
Gotcha. So here's a thought. So you get this like really good like up air here, and you know that Fox is above you. If you're not sure like where to like what's gonna happen, you know that after the up air hits, he's gonna be somewhere around here. If he's like popped up, and he is, why not up tilt?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So like I want it because like the whole point of grabbing him is because we get to like lead to things like up tilt, right? So like we get to lead to up tilt, we get to lead to up airs, we get to lead to things like that. So I guess my what I would be thinking here is if we have opportunities like that falling late hit like tipper up air, like keep an eye out for like spots where we can cut out the middleman a little bit, because like this is just a freebie. Then we just we get to go right into combo.
Okay.
So talk to me about this dash dance. So like, what are you looking when you've got these positions? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for, I believe I want him to do that double jump and then like try to land on me
Mm-hmm.
with like a back air or something.
Gotcha. So I think
Yeah.
that the impression I get is that you thought that the fox was in like a different position. Like, where are your eyes when you're playing the game? Are they on the fox? Are they on the you? Or like, are they on you? Or does it switch? Like, what would you say?
It's hard to find, but I feel like I'm usually like in between. Like I'm looking more at myself, but I try to keep it in the I'm like in between. So my peripherals are on both.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
yeah.
While we're watching this match, I want you to do me. I want you to try something for me if you think you can do it. Hear me out. What it is though. Put the center of your field of vision on Fox, and then keep Marth in your peripheral.
Okay.
So what are you doing? As like, just do it for like a little bit. As you're watching, what do you notice?
Um, I feel like I'm playing like I don't know where the fox is. Like I loosely know the direction he's in, so I'm kind of just running there
Mm-hmm.
and very aware. of like where I am and what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I notice you're prioritizing a lot of safe options like fair, up air, nair, down tilt, because like, but they're kind of being swung like very like you don't really like fast fall a lot of attacks until you're like really close to like until you kind of have him more towards you basically. Otherwise, you're just kind of like it feels like you're lobbing them out because it covers a big like you're casting a big net basically. And that makes sense, I think, because if you're kind of watching the space between you as opposed to him, then you don't have as much precision with his position. So it makes sense that you would cast like a bigger space. But we don't have to do that. But we don't have to do that if we just make Fox the focus of our attention and keep Marth in our periphery. Because we already know like roughly what we should be doing because we're doing it. It's him that we need the information on.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a bad habit that I've learned because I have like I'm not the greatest at actually inputting things. So I'm usually like, what am I actually doing as opposed to what I know I want to do is kind of like my fear.
Yeah, but I mean, and I totally get that. That is a very common fear, and I've definitely had people express that before. So you're not alone. But I would say that we're fighting the most powerful character in the game. We have to have confidence in what we're doing against him, or he just runs us over. That's kind of his superpower. So yeah, I would say that the biggest opportunity I see right now is just having a little more confidence in what we're doing. Even if we don't go at, like, even if we make a small error or we don't have perfect control, it is still more useful to know how he is trying to capitalize on that error than it is, because we can tell when we messed up, but we can't tell how he's trying to kill us for it unless we're looking at him. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Alrighty. I am thinking let's actually have you play a match. I know, or like let's have you play a match and we'll go from there. I think that is like, because anything technical in that match is not going to be terribly useful for us to analyze because we need to get our vision kind of like aligned first and see if that's possible. So I'm gonna give you my spectator code. Do you need a warm up or do you think you're good to jump in?
I think I'll just jump in.
Perfect. Have you used online tournament? Yeah, okay, yeah. So you know how spectator code works. Perfect.
Oh, shit. There we go.
And just unranked is totally fine for this.
Yeah. I don't think I have a ranked right now. I think I forgot to renew it.
It's all good. I mean, like, a lot of people that I know that did have it don't because of the free rank day anyway, so yeah. It's all good. Just let me know when you're in a match so I can... Yeah. How long have you been playing Melee? Uh-oh. Did we lose contact?
No, sorry. I had to go run something
Oh,
over to
okay,
like
gotcha. No worries. I wondered if it was like you had like wasabi or something, and I therefore couldn't hear me because that sometimes happens.
Yeah, it's also taken a little bit for unranked to load or search for an opponent,
Hmm.
but I am searching.
Okay. Are you West Coast or like?
I'm West Coast.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
But honestly, even earlier than this time, it's usually a little bit faster.
I was just coaching Michael the Fresh, a Peach player, and yeah, we had to wait a little bit for the queue, so I think it's just a slow day.
Mm. There we go. Game just started.
Okay, so it's not coming through quite yet. Oh, it's coming through. We're good. So, same thing. We're going to watch the Falco. Marth is in our periphery.
Oh, this is... A little too close.
How does it feel though?
Uh, it feels very. It feels a little uncomfortable because I'm like actively trying to do it. Like breaking a habit is
Yeah, for
always
sure.
feels weird, but I could definitely feel like I'm a little more aware than I normally am.
I bet that feels good. We're like more the other thing I would recommend to like help with this. Do you ever get tense when you get hit by moves?
Um, Not really. Usually it's afterwards that I end up tensing up. Like when I'm actually in hit stun because I'm thinking of like what I want to do. But when I get hit, it's usually
Okay, so the next part that the next thing I'm gonna have you do when you're ready. Let me know when you've got a better grasp, like when you're more comfortable with like the watching thing, and once you are, I'll give you the next thing to do.
um
If you're ready now, like that's a-okay.
yeah, I think I'm ready now.
When you get hit or land a hit, breathe.
Okay, I can start doing that.
Mm-hmm. How does that?
Okay.
So how does that feel?
Um,
The
it
breathing
feels
part.
nice to have that little release. Yeah. Feels like I lose a little bit of tension every time that I do it.
Yeah, so it keeps us from locking up when we're in hit stun, and keeps us from overthinking what we have to do. It keeps us present and like focused on the task at hand.
I feel like I'm missing a lot of power shields more than I usually do.
What do you think? What do you think the reason is?
I learned power shield, I think, pretty badly. I usually power shield based on where the laser is related to me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but since I'm not always looking at myself, I have to get used to like figuring out where to power shield based on like the actual Falco animation.
Okay, I would say that just keep your eyes on like again with
No.
like we just want to keep focused on Falco and like Marth in the periphery. Try to keep like take the laser into consideration, like check the height, like yeah, just try to do what you can, and it'll take some timing adjustments. Maybe that means that we have to like do more like like late take laser fair, like short up near take laser fair kind of thing. But like there's workarounds for this that we can definitely use. But yeah, we'll take it one game at a time. Because I think you're playing too far from the Falco in general. Like the thing is versus Falco, you want to be kind of close to him because his lasers dominate mid range and like also are really good at far range. So we do kind of need to get close to him. It's like close-ish to him at some point. With Marth, that's like a kind of a loose distance because of his. We also want to use our sword, but like, you know what I mean. It's like we want him at the edge of our fair in place. There we go. It's okay. let's keep fighting him. And again, we're just trying. We want to find a way to get to like a space where he's at the edge of our fair. More forward smash.
Okay.
Like, especially, like, for calling him out. Like, for making callouts or finishing combos or tech chases or, certain edge guards. Like, yeah, it's forward smash is a... I noticed we didn't basically haven't forward smashed. Forward smash is a good move. It's not our best move. Like, that's fair. But, like, you know, it's still a very... The fair and nair are probably better moves, but, like, it's still a very good move.
Okay.
I actually like the counter choice. I know it didn't work out, but we didn't have a jump. We didn't have our side... Like, we didn't have our jump. I don't think we had our side B. Like, he could... It covered him coming up to back here. He just didn't bite. But unlike that, we're thinking about, like, what options we have, even when we're out of, like, stuff. Nice. Do you listen for the sound for side B?
Not really. I think it's mostly me just being like, I think he's gonna side B right now, and then I know the timing from there.
Gotcha. So I would just what I'd include in that is just try to listen for the sound, so that's what confirms that he's gonna side B there. Because there's always the ding. Nice. When you're pressuring him or like fighting him in close quarters, try to keep a little bit closer to him, because like when you dash away, you go a little too far usually. Like, you do like really big ones. You want to go, yeah, that kind of distance is good. That kind of distance is good. You can go a touch farther, but like you got the right idea. Yeah. So we had to go a bit farther on that one, but like it's not quite your full like trot. It's like 2/3 of it, kind of. Oh, you comboed him onto the Yoshi's side platform and you just, like, didn't tipper him. No! You can just F-smash him and he explodes. Nice nair. Ooh, good timing.
You.
Have you had coaching before?
not coaching like this. I did get some coaching from ex-girlfriend a couple months ago. Oh,
They're out of here.
we take those.
Yep. He wasn't about it. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if you have any feedback for me about what I can be doing better, what the heck? How is this? This
Oh
feels
my
laggy.
gosh. It is 766 ping.
Why are you like? Why is somebody like playing 766 ping Mario?
I'm not. Oh my god, my controller's dying. There we go.
Yeah. If you have any feedback for me about about what I can be doing better, let me know. But how? Yeah, just like while we're queuing, how are you finding this so far?
I actually think it's very helpful. Before it was just VOD review and a couple like tips on how to train and go into like Uncle Punch and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But actually being able to apply it practically and get like there, like when you were like you missed an F smash on Yoshi Plat, I don't even know if I noticed that there was one. But now that I know, like, oh wait, do in that position, going for side plat instead of like waiting for them to come to you is probably decent.
Mm-hmm. And then like the thing is that I think it's easier for us to remember what those positions look like and like learn on the fly because we're watching the opponent's character where they are and we have where we are relative to them because we're in the periphery. And I think that's really that's really really handy. Because I feel like when we watch like the space between us, or like have our eyes just on the opponent, we don't have it. We're like missing important pieces of information, like where we were and stuff like that, right? And that's important, like or what the opponent was doing, if it's the space one. And because of that, like it's harder for us, I think, to replicate those because we just don't have as much like of the important situational information.
Yeah, I feel like something that I do that my friend makes fun of me a lot for, uh, is I just like I think about certain situations that I've been in and what I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't always practically apply it. Like I don't go into like I don't know how to use Uncle Punch enough to like create those situations. So I mostly just like mind lab it out, and I'm like, I think that F smash would have hit there. Um, but I think being able to like in game do that live is useful. I like that we're in a position where I'm kind of like practicing uh like on the fly adaptation by having the voice in my head be a different person who can do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to allot some amount of my brain to actually think about what you're telling me. Anyways. So I'm training myself to have that space in my brain while I'm playing the game, which I don't normally do.
Yeah. Nice. I love that. I loved that F smash. What I liked about it was that you did it like it kind of like in the middle of a pressure string when his shield was getting smaller and he was in a corner, like he was in the corners, so there weren't many places for him to go. Like if he goes on the platform, he gets hit. If he full hops, he gets hit. If he short hops, he gets hit. Like not every full hop gets him hit, but a lot of timings there get him hit. We were a little closer, I think, on the one that worked. So it's just like it's a more yeah, exactly. There you go.
I like that we're playing Captain Falcon. This is my least favorite character, just in general. So getting some maybe some advice on this would be very useful for me.
Yeah, so what is it you don't like about him?
Um, I don't like his up air. It's just like as a move, it's just too
Ah.
big.
Okay.
A
So,
lot of
like,
materials do that, but his up air particularly, just something about it saddens me.
well, I mean, it is like how he combos you to death, right? So, like, and, like, keeps advantage state on you. So, yeah, Falcon's up air probably is the, like, best or second best up air in the game. Like, it beats entire characters by itself. in advantage state. Like, it beats the entire floaty to mid-faller class, of which Marth is one of. So, yeah, I totally get it. What I would say about Falcon up air is try to like try to angle away from it as much as you can. Like with your drift, try to get to a position where your Marth can use his sword to like fight back against it, like with his fair. If you can't do that, then counter is, it's gonna sound stupid, but like counter and air dodging are not the worst solutions ever. Yeah. But yeah, in general, we just don't want to be above Falcon. Like, end of the day, we don't want to be above him. Against this guy, against Falcon in particular, though, what I would say you would benefit from is tightening up, like, not committing to so many things that have lag. So the big one here is your wave dashes. Like, when you wave dash versus this character, and he raptor boosts or something, like, he can, like, or does, like, a knee, that's time that you're not actionable, right? So, like, because of that, he's then able to just, like, punish you with these, like, really big callouts, because on those ones, we can block them. Like, when you see that raptor boost coming, like, if you hear the cue, then, like if you hear the or whatever the noise is, you can block, exactly. And then you can shield grab him and do whatever you want to him. But on that wave dash, you see how you're in lag? So that's, like, a huge thing.
Oh. I didn't even know wave dash had, like, actual end lag. I thought, like, a lot of, when, you know, like, the smash dock and stuff describe wave dashing, a lot of them are like, yeah, it's basically just moving backwards and you can, like, charge a move and you're actionable. But it makes sense that you wouldn't actually be.
Yeah, because it's the air dodge landing lag plus your jump squat, right? So, like, it's around 10 plus, like, whatever the jump squat is. So, like, 13, 14, 15, that's usually what it is. So it's twice as fast as a roll, but that does not mean, like, it's twice as efficient as a roll, but, like, it is not, like, without any lag whatsoever. It has usually around 13, 14, 15 frames of lag. In Marth's case, I believe he's 14.
Shit. I just did that the wrong direction.
No worries. Yeah, let's keep fighting this guy, though, because I think that this is good. So that's like, in the dock, like, they get a little, I mean, like, again, it's a piece of media made for entertainment purposes, so I don't expect it to be, like, perfectly, like, mechanically correct. Like, it's not like a scientific paper or something, and that's okay. But yeah, that is, I didn't realize that was one of the things that they, like, described it as. But, you know, the wave dashing is, like, I think it's the style, like, the fighting style in this game. Of the three big fighting styles, I think it's the one that's, like, kind of depreciated the most in value as the game has become more refined. Because, like, the air-based styles, like Jigglypuff, Peach, Captain Falcon to some degree, Ganondorf, like, Falco, Fox, like, they do some version of it, even Sheik, Yoshi, like, all the air styles, I think, have really, become much stronger. Marth would be in there. Dash-based styles are also, like, really, really up. Like, Fox, Marth, Pika, Sheik to some degree, Peach to some degree, like, yeah, like, those are all doing very well for themselves, but it's the wave dash characters, like Samus and stuff, that are kind of, they're having problems. A lot of the wave dashy character top tiers even, like, kind of started moving away from it as the other two went up, because it's just, they just literally have less lag. If you think about, like, how a jump works versus how a dash or how a dash works compared to a wave dash, like, you're way more in control of the character during those. Sorry, I nerded out for a second, but
You're fine. I'm low-key a little, I want to four-stock this person.
No, lock in. Do your thing. I also am a Falcon, not liker. One move I really like versus him when he's jumpy is Nair. I think Nair is really good against his jumps, but if he's on the ground, it's like, if he's more grounded, I'm not quite as much of a fan of it because of, like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I heard a while ago Slime was talking about how Josh Man trained him for the Blur money match,
Mm-hmm.
and he beat his Falcon with only Marth Nair, like four stocked him. Oh shit.
Marth's Nair is an amazing move. Like if there's like getting better at Marth, like just being good at Marth Nair is a very useful skill. Because like it's one of his only moves that has like decent knockback at low percent, and it also doesn't care if you tip it or not, because it's his second hit of Nair is strong throughout the entire move, regardless of like what part of it you hit. So those are two really important utilities for him, because they like kind of like give him a way to defend against the things people try to do to him, like getting close with ASDI down and stuff. Because his fair doesn't have any knockback at low percent. Like it's really good in mid game. It's really good if you get them in the air, but yeah, like if they can hold down, it's just not that great. In a lot of cases. Nice. Good timing. One thing about Falcon, when he like, you see how much he lunges when he like jumps forward, when he like dash jumps forward with like knee and stuff. Because of that, it's often safer to be moving towards him compared to away from him, which sounds counterintuitive, but it's actually like easier to kind of like move at him than like away than like because he moves so far. At those, once you're close to him, it's honestly, or like almost close to him, it's often safer to dash forward than away. Nice. Little down tilt to check, and then it's like confirmed he's fading away, so then the F smash works. Love it. Classic.
I'll say maybe like the second most annoying part of Falcon that I do not. I think I've just been like bullied by this character when I was even worse than this. Uh, like how his stomp like goes through platform. So if I'm just trying to like platform pressure and he just short hop stomps, sometimes it'll just shield poke.
Oh,
Uh,
I see. You want to crouch there. So like if he can jump on the like instead of like shield, see what I mean?
oh, that's such like a that's such a good idea. I can't believe I've never thought of it.
It's a chic thing.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean it's like lots of characters do stuff like that, but yeah, like Sheik is in particular, like especially on Fountain of Dreams and stuff, like that's a big part of how she works. So yeah, like I haven't really seen most Marth players other than Zane and Kadoran really do that. And so I don't think it's like a metagame thing or like a widely known thing. I was just like, oh, that should work for him too.
Yeah, I think my first thought was just to light shield it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do think crouching probably has more
It's better, yeah.
ability.
Yeah, because like the thing is, you don't want to like drain your shield light shielding, right? Like light shielding stomps you can't punish out of shield because of light shield's added stun. Like you're basically just like you're not getting hit, which is good, but like I feel like we're creating a bigger problem almost. Because it's like then how do we get out of light shield versus this powerful like heavy move? And we've also like eaten our shield when we didn't have to. So yeah, crouching just solves the problem very elegantly by not being hittable. Yeah, when you heard the thing and you're like block, not dealing with it. So for those dash attacks, if you're trying to like hit him when he's running away, you have to aim further back at his you have to aim at the back of his dash. Like you have to go even further. So I would look at like where he goes to and like aim almost like a character length or two behind him. This would be an overshoot. So like yeah, which are very important versus him. Overshoots are big versus Falcon. And they don't always work, because, like, again, he might go somewhere else, but, like, a lot of times if he overshoots it and you overshoot, like, you both draw. Like, nobody wins. Which is fine for the most part.
Oh, there we go.
Let's go. Try just, like, up-tilting after the up-throw, I think. If he doesn't DI it. Like, if he's right up, if he goes straight up after up-throw, yeah, just up-tilt. Or maybe fair.
Oh my god. Oh, my hand was slipping off the controller.
That's...
I do think fair is probably the best choice.
Yeah.
I think that up tilt has a little bit too much startup out like after up throw for that. But I could try right now. Oh, never mind. He's way too high.
Yeah, he's at, like, high percent, so... I'm thinking, for the up tilt, I'm thinking around, like, 20 up. Like, 20 to, like, maybe 60, that kind of vibe.
Oh no.
Now we're fine. I like full hop rising fair when he's on those, like, when he's, like, in the air in front of me, like, if he's, like, at higher heights. Nice spike. Let's go.
What was that was fun button. Okay, whatever. Okay. There we go. Oh, Ganon now.
You got this. What are your thoughts on Ganon?
I recently went on a tirade about why I hate Ganon and Falcon's up airs.
So not,
Because
so
of the
not,
Ganon
like,
quirk.
so not highly.
Not highly, but I do think I'm getting better at him. I recently played again in that same tournament last week named Hutnar or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I did manage to beat them, but I was like shaking afterwards. I put so much into that. So being able to get to the point where I could do that consistently without having like a panic attack would be awesome.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You'll never be able to just, like, beat every Ganondorf, just, like, delete them. Because, like, Ganondorf is not that bad of a character. He's, you know, he's a mid-tier, but he's got stuff. He hits hard. He's always going to kind of be explosive enough to, like, take games in sets. What I can say, though, is I notice that when you're in disadvantage, you often double jump and go towards your opponent. So one thing I would suggest that would be really, really helpful to you is to, like, when you're in disadvantage, move away from them. Try to, like, create an angle where you can, like, come down with your fair by drifting away from them or double jumping back, like, away from them if necessary. Because your falling fair is a much better, like, it's a better way it's a better tool for self-defense than, like, most moves, like, on anyone. But you need to just, like, get into the spot where you can do that.
Okay.
Like, here, if he gets a hit on you, you'll see what I mean. So you see how, yeah, so that was good because you angled to get your fair out. That was good. Nice. Like, on previous interactions, I've seen you, like, side B and double jump to try to get above the Ganon to come down with down air. But, like, or get above the Ganon or the Falcon to come down with down air. That's pretty much, like, the entire problem. Because, like, you just don't want to be, like, directly above them. It's not worth trying to hit them. It's more important to get Marth to land safely than it is to attack to hit Ganon. Or hit the opponent.
I did not know that I had a backwards hitbox.
Mm-hmm. So, like, you waited till you were on the ground, and then you kind of protected yourself. You moved away there. See what I mean? Like, we didn't even have to play against his up air because we moved into the right spot. His down B is annoying, but it's beatable.
Yeah, I think I gotta DI that right or something.
Yeah. It's up and in. It's just like a normal, like, powerful hit.
Ooh, waited way too long.
That is A-okay. Nice. Try not to go on stage. Nice dash attack.
Always roll after that.
I saw how you like how you changed directions to like get out of his up air. That was good. Nice.
Oh.
If you don't want to play this guy because he's being obnoxious, we don't have to. Up to you.
Yeah, I wanted to leave after the first game, but I was like, no, I can beat him again. Just win the best of three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did see that you were moving away from like the up airs when you were in disadvantage. That was good. I think that like some of the times we got killed were just like you're now playing a new position because normally you try to like fight above him. So I think that certain things caught you at the edge that you weren't counting on happening. And that's normal. That's going to be a little bit, but you can see the benefit of not fighting into the like up air, right?
Yes.
And it's the same thing with this guy too, really. Like for him, it's his up B and his like up air as well, because like it's his up B, it's his up B, up air, and back air. You can kind of imagine there's like a little like he's holding an umbrella behind him, sort of. Like that's angled behind him a little bit.
No, grub ledge, please. Okay.
Yeah, you were fine. You were fine. Remember, his umbrella's behind him. This is like the opposite of Ganon. The anti-Ganon.
Okay. That's on me.
These things happen. It's all good.
Is that like a Donkey Kong thing? Just throw you off the stage like that?
Yep. So when that happens, you know how you know how he hit you with the weak hit of his like he hit you with the up B like with a couple of the weak hits, and then it was like hovering there. Just up B into him immediately right away, so you like make sure that so you can like hit him out of it and prevent the edge hog. He'll probably hit you again, but it's better than dying.
Well.
Nice.
Yeah, I need to start just up being more in like edge guard situations like earlier. I usually try to wait till I'm under the stage, but there's moments where like even against like Falco, where if I just up B when they're going down for like a dare, I can just hit them out of it or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, that makes sense. Like, one of the most important thing, one of the best things about Marth sub B is that it can hit people, and it's got a giant sword on it. So, like, I would say the way that Marth recovers is a little weird. It's more like, it's actually kind of like Peach in certain ways. Because you know how, like, she tries to hit people with her umbrella, too?
yes.
Yeah, so it's so not exactly that dynamic, but, like, it's the same idea in a lot of ways in that they're both, like, they both don't, like, super like being on the ledge if they can help it versus a lot of characters. So, but they also have, like, very good, like, upwards hitboxes. So keeping an eye out for when you can just, like, yeah, keeping an eye out for that kind of stuff is it's very important to them. One thing I noticed is you don't grab the edge for edge guarding. Like, a lot of times he's kind of like too low to recover. Yeah. And then, like, if he isn't too low to recover, then what can we do? Okay, cool. So he's doing that. Cheese. But yeah, if we grab the edge too early, we can just, like, get up. Exactly. We can do that stuff. Like ledge hop back air, ledge hop down air, ledge hop counter. Ledge hop counter, like, counter is actually not a bad edge guard versus Donkey Kong. Up B if you're not sure what to do. Ooh, up throw tipper.
Oh, that would be an up air.
These things happen. Who hasn't had an up B become an up air become an up B? Coming down with fair instead of dare seems to be working well for you, though. Like, when out of disadvantage. Like, allowing us to get, like, making sure we get to the side of the opponent so we can use our hitboxes effectively.
Can I just forward throw him like Marth?
I don't know. Probably not, because he's heavy. Punch? Oh, he's gonna look for the punch, I think.
My gosh.
On edge guards, if you're gonna forward smash, you have to do them sooner. Like, slightly sooner than when you're doing them. Because you're waiting a little bit too long, and then, like, they're hitting your Marth's hand as it's coming down, basically.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
See, like, even sooner than that, like... This guy.
Hit me with an LOL.
I mean, I would do it.
Okay, so I gotta estimate earlier.
Try to, like, pay attention to how close you are to the edge and, like, where they are, and then just, like, time based on that. Yeah, so you don't need to because he's dead. Perfect. And the way that you set up, the way that you move for the detail, excellent. So, on this recovery, we're...
Oh, that's all reverse, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, as soon as that, like, weak hit of the up B hits us, we want to be, like, ready to, like, as soon as stun is over, we want to be ready to up B. Because we're kind of, like, we're just not acting after getting hit very quickly. Which is okay, like, these things happen, but we want to learn how to. Nice. Good weight. Okay.
When did I use my double jump?
What did he kill you with?
He hit me with like a back air right as I was coming up from the cloud, or from Randall.
Probably like ledge hop, like probably hit us out of the ledge hop then, or something.
That makes sense. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I didn't fall onto the ledge.
So the wave dash was a little short, but that's okay. Like again, the set of moves were like were a good set of moves. We just didn't like get to the we just like the very last step was not perfect, but that's okay because like again, it's more about like making sure that we have the like the framework for the like right things. And yeah, that one was absolutely a play that could have been successful. Like that was a very, very strong play. We just happened to fumble the end. So, is this going the way you thought it would? Like, I'm curious what you because like most people that seek me out usually have already like researched me or like know who I like. They kind of have done their background check, right? They've seen the coaching vids, they know what they're getting into, but I don't know if I suspect that's probably not like it might not have been such a rigorous process with you since it was a raffle, right? So I'm just curious if this kind of matched expectations or if there was anything that's different so far.
Honestly, this is way better than my expectations. I thought it'd be more like, show you a couple tournament games. You say like you should approach more, F smash more, and then we do that for like however long the coaching session
Ew,
is.
that sounds so boring. Okay, so what's better about this? Like, what is working about this for you?
Um, it feels like because a lot of when people are like, I'm playing friendlies and they're like, hey, do you want some advice? I'm like, sure. A lot of it is like, oh, don't do this and don't do that, and this is like bad, and it's very like,
It's very negative. Like
yeah.
I don't mean that
Um,
like as mean. I just mean like it's like a lot of like not it doesn't tell you what to do. Good. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted, like what I've been trying to like have you do. Cuz you see how we just like hit him out of the like the existing up B that he did to edgeguard us cuz we're at low percent. So yeah, like that's beautiful. Anyway, you were saying?
yeah, it's very negative, and honestly, I'm not super against it, but I feel like here it's also you're very understanding of like, sometimes you miss input, sometimes your wave dash isn't as long as you thought it should be. And that's nice because you can't always be like, in a text channel, oh yeah, well there I went for a wave dash and I missed my trigger, so I just full hopped instead.
Yeah,
And then
I find that we have a culture, despite this game being really hard. I feel like we're really mean to like people who aren't like at like top or mid like anyone who's not at like fringe or like borderline high level is like we're really not that like nice to them. And I don't know why, like with our learning materials and stuff, and I just don't know why that is. Like I would think that the struggle of learning this game is something we all have in common. So like maybe we should be nice about it. Like this game's hard enough as it is.
I feel like a lot of it's maybe also I do play Marth, and a lot of people have like all the people who don't play they play like Spaceys, like a Falco will probably not have as much of like a, oh yeah, well Marth is supposed to just F smash, and if you're not always F smashing or dash dancing, then you're doing something bad and wrong. Instead of because they don't play the character, they don't know like what it fully takes and what's always on the mind.
Mm-hmm.
You only ever remember when the bad stuff happens, and to them they only ever remember the F smashes.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. What do you think about the What do you think about the Luigi matchup?
I love the Luigi matchup. Uh, One of my first tournaments I went to was Santa Paws down in Atlanta, not Atlanta,
Okay.
sorry, Alabama, and I played against a Luigi who I don't remember the name of, sadly. I beat them game one, and they counterpicked me to Dreamland, and I remember smiling because I have this theory that I think that Marth is better on Dreamland than people give him credit for.
Agreed.
So, and then I beat him. I beat him like 2-0 or something.
Hype.
And I think that my Luigi matchup is very good. I also play against Dev Dog, not too frequently, but pretty frequently, and they are very good, Luigi.
Okay. Yeah. Know who that is. I know who that is. So Yeah, I like a lot of the things you're doing against Luigi in general, so I'm not going to tell you, like, deviate. I would say that this isn't, like, with Luigi, I like Marth's Nair, like his short up fast fall, like, Nair. I find attacking is good versus Luigi in general, like, because his, like, wave dash is kind of laggy, in the same way that we kind of, like, found versus Falcon, right? Because he wave dashes to move so much, it's hard for him to not run into things. So it's good to, like, put things for him out there for him to run into, because he's very fast but very clumsy. Nice.
I feel like I should also start charging my F smashes more, or my smash attacks in general. Because if I just charge my up smash there, I think I killed Luigi.
I would have charged F smash, but yeah, that could totally work there. Like, you knew where like, he basically was stuck, right? Like, his side B path was already committed, so you could just, like, do whatever. Like, you basically just can do whatever. So yeah, getting some extra value out of, like, the charged smash, absolutely. I was playing Fire Puff 12 with Marth the other day, and I was I got a lot of charged F smashes on him in the corner for the same kind of, like, dynamic, because it was just like he was low on jumps, so it's like he wasn't sure, like, where to go. So then I just kind of, like, charged F smash and got him. I was like, yeah, let's go. Or he, like, would run out of jumps trying to, like, avoid it, and then, like, yeah, just die differently.
Oh.
I really like that this Luigi's using F Smash. F Smash is a really underrated move from Luigi. Like, it's hard to figure out a home for it, but the knockback growth on that move is actually, like, stupid. It's so insane. Oh, no. So, okay. So, tip, when you do that down tilt and they have a vertical recovery like Luigi that doesn't hit over the edge. So, like, that it doesn't hit far over the edge. So, this would apply to, like, Peach. This would apply to Luigi. This would apply to, like, any character like that, really, with a recovery like that. Mario, Doc, like, they'd be in here, too. Don't back off. You don't usually have to back off if from missing that down tilt. Because, like, they don't really come that far above the ledge anyhow. So, like, if you miss that down tilt, all that really means is... Oh, spike him! Oh, you don't have to. But yeah, like, you just don't have to, like, move from your current position in a lot of cases. You can just go for another down tilt. It's not till they actually grab the edge you have to back off. Try down tilting after your fair sometimes.
Oh.
Because that's a really good wall for for opponents that like to, like, fight you on the ground.
Yeah, I think a lot of my game plan right now is to get them onto platform so they can't wave dash a lot, and I can get a lot of grabs off of it. So I was just trying to, like, bait them over, but I think instead just, like, pushing them is probably better.
Well, the other thing is we're applying more pressure to them too, right? So, like, they might also shield, and that can be a good way to get them onto a platform, because if we see shield, then we go grab. So, like, we're creating opportunities for ourselves. Like, we're dealing with, like, one of his strengths, and we're creating opportunities for ourselves in a different way. But it doesn't, like, I don't think that, like, there's anything wrong with, like, using your superior air mobility to, like, kind of, like, lure him up there. It's just I feel like we create, like, better opportunities for that when we also manage his offense directly sometimes.
Okay.
Like, that makes sense, right?
Yes.
Right idea. You just had to down tilt the third one because of how he did it. That's just, like, and because of your timing. Like, that's all it was there. But you applied the thing correctly, basically. Like, the positional side of, like, not backing off to when you don't have to. Like, that was all good. So, yeah. Oh, poor Luigi. Whatever. No, actually, no, I don't feel bad for Luigi. This will be our last game, and then we'll kind of, like, talk about some of the things we learned, and we'll make note of the things you're going to work on from here. But yeah, I you know, like this is I was nervous about how this would go personally, like as well, because like again, normally people look me up and stuff, but like this was actually a really fun experience for me too. So I'm glad that I'm glad we did this. Ah no, that would have been sick.
Oh, my counter didn't come out. Oh.
I think we got there if we side bead first, maybe, but I'm not sure. Like, I think we needed to be a little closer, but that's okay.
I should have, yeah, I gotta down tilt more.
You got it well sooner on that one. Like, so the thing is, you usually have to hit them at the very top of their jump, or like, of their up B, or double jump, or as they're coming up. You can't let them be falling, because once they start falling, that's when they'll snap to the edge. Unless they've gone, like, way too high. Ah, he got us. Okay. So, let's talk really quickly about what are some takeaways that you're excited to work on going forward. Like, what did you learn here today, basically?
Even from that last game, I learned to better utilize my advantage as, like, you know, forward air and like down tilts to help keep them, like, pushing them towards a place. Or when they're coming at me, I can also just back up and like forward air instead of trying to like beat their approach.
Yep. So using your hitbox advantage to push the opponent or protect your space, e.g. fair into down tilt, fair into D tilt, absolutely. I would say that the biggest thing here is the field of vision, so resting eyes on the opponent, and keeping Marth in the peripheral. The other big one on my end that I definitely want to make sure is noted, falling away from the opponent when hit into disadvantage, and aligning Marth more sideways with them for fair. Because that'll help you stay alive in basically every matchup. Trying to think if there's one where it doesn't work, but no, I don't actually think there is one. Your fair is a very good move. Aside from that, the only other thing, does anything else jump out at me? I don't know. Was there anything else is there anything you remember?
Not really anything in particular. I guess F smash more. Just like do it. Yeah, I think that's about the only thing that I think you haven't said already.
React to Falcon side B. React to Falcon side B audio cue. And shield. And shield. React to Fox Falco side B audio cue when edge guarding. In general, if you can figure out where the audio cues on moves are, like just as a general tip, like there's a lot of things in this game that are like made a lot easier if you understand the audio cues behind them. Like when characters grab the edge, for example, they make a gasp. It varies a little bit from character to character, but it overlaps with the cliff wait frames, like the time that you can't let go of the edge. Pretty consistently. It's not like perfect, but it's like it's pretty good. So you can use that as a really good reference point, because it always happens like this, like the click and then the gasp always happen in tandem at the same time. Starts the frame you touch the edge, and it's a good way to like align for like to learn the timings for your ledge, for your off the ledge options. Without having to take your eyes off the opponent. So audio cues are actually really valuable because they allow us to do things without having to take our eyes off the enemy. So, right? That makes sense. So
Yes.
I would say like the really going like these are all great takeaways, but like like in broad terms, the most useful piece of advice I can possibly give you as we depart is have fun, but also keep your ears open. We forget our ears a lot, but they're really helpful. All right, that's everything. Osci, this has been lovely. I'm gonna let you go, but take care, okay?
You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.